Good morning, students. Let us know about a plant. Do you know, students, about plants? Why plants are very important to us? How they helpful to us? Students, plants provide us oxygen, food, fruits, shelter to birds, medicines, right? Now you can see over here two plants. One plant is tomato plant. Lots of tomatoes hanged to the plant, right? And in a pot there is a rose plant. Lots of red roses we can see. In another picture you can see how we can grow tomato plant with the help of tomato seeds. So you can try it at home in your pot, students. Now, today we are going to start our new lesson number 2, the tomato plant. Open page number 12. There you can see a picture of vegetable. You have to observe the picture, recognize the picture, color it and give name to it. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you one video of the tomato plant. Observe the video carefully and then we will start explanation.
The tomato plant. Tina's father and mother went to buy some plants.
I'll buy a tomato plant,
Said father. He picked up a pot with a small plant in it.
This plant is mine. I'll take this one.
He said. Is it a tomato plant? Asked mother.
Of course. Don't I know what a tomato plant looks like?
Laughed father. Father watered the plant every day.
Soon we'll have many tomatoes.
He said. One morning, mother called father to the garden. Come and look at your plant, she said. Father ran out happily to look at his plant. It was covered all over with yellow marigold flowers.
Dear students, today we are going to start the lesson with the second chapter, the tomato plant. Let me read you the first paragraph on page number 12. Tina's father and mother went to buy some plants. I will buy a tomato. He picked up a pot with a small plant in it. This plant is mine. I will take this one, he said. Is it a tomato plant? Asked mother. Let me explain you this paragraph, children. Let us see the first line, students. Tina's father and mother went to buy some plants. Here we can see that one day a girl named Tina, her parents went to buy some plants and her father was very excited to buy a tomato plant. He said, I will buy a tomato plant, said father. Here, students, you can see I apostrophe LL is the short form of I will. Two words I and will, it becomes short form by including apostrophe to a short form of these two words and make a one little word. I will buy a tomato plant, said father. He picked up a pot with a small plant in it. There were so many plants in a nursery, so he chose. Picked means choose something from a group. There are so many plants over there, so he chose one of the pot which with a small plant. Okay, he went to the plant seller and he selected the pot with the small plant in it. He thought that the small plant is of tomato and he said that he will be taking it at home. He said, mine, I will take this one. He said, he thought that this is a tomato plant. So he said, this plant is mine. Mine is the pronoun of my. So he said that this plant is mine. I will take this one at home. He said. Mother said, is it a tomato plant? The mother asked the father to confirm whether it is a tomato plant or not. Right? Students, here let us check. Fill in the blanks. Father wanted to buy a dash plant. Which plant he wanted to buy? Tomato, chili? Yes, tomato. So you have to write over here tomato plant. Let us see the next paragraphs. My dear children, come to the page number 13. Let me read you the remaining paragraphs. Of course, don't I know what a tomato plant looks like? Laughed father. Father watered the plant every day. Soon we will have many tomatoes, he said. Father to the garden. Come and look at your plant, she said. Father ran out happily to look at his plant. It was covered all over with yellow marigold flowers. My dear children, let us try to understand what are said in these lines. Sure that whether the plant selected by the father is of tomato plant or not. When mother asked regarding that, the father was very sure. He said, "Of course, don't I know what a tomato plant looks like?" And he laughed on a mother. Here, student form. Two words, do and not, comes by giving apostrophe. It becomes a small word. It form a small word which says don't. So father said, "Don't I know what a tomato plant looks like?" And he also made fun of mother, saying that she doesn't know how the tomato plant looks like, and he laughed on her. And father watered the plant every day. Soon we will have many tomatoes, he said. And father was very excited to get tomatoes from those plants. Then, so he used to give water to that plant. Then, one morning, mother called father to the garden. Come and look at your plant, she said. Now, one day, what happened? Mother came to call the father to show him something in the garden. She wanted him to show the plant he had kept in the garden. So, at his plant, it was covered all over with yellow marigold flowers. But here, father thought in his mind, maybe the tomatoes has started to be grow. He ran out happily to see the tomato plant. But in vain, covered with yellow marigold flowers, he was surprised, totally surprised. So, see students, see children, that due to the wrong choice of the father, he selected the marigold plant instead of tomato plant. So, I think lesson we learnt in confident in any situation. We must always try to. So, see children, that due to the wrong choice of the father, he selected the marigold plant instead of tomato plant. So, I think lesson we learnt is that we should not be overconfident in any situations. We must always try to consult others when there is any confusion. Students, your friend Rahul plants a sapling every month at the roadside near his house. His father advised him that it is good to plant more trees. Is his father right, students? Why do you think his father said so? अगर बाजू में दोनों साइड पर प्लांटेशन करना ज़रूरी है क्या? हमें प्लांटेशन क्यों करना चाहिए? Why roadside plantation is important? So students, reason is that roads are useful for vehicles, right? And have you seen smoke which comes from vehicles? Vehicles are a major cause of global warming. It produces carbon dioxide, right? And if we plant trees to the roadside, it will help to purify the air. Trees are natural air conditioner. Students, by the air, they absorbs carbon dioxide from the air and produces oxygen. For breathing purpose or to stay alive, oxygen is very important for animals and human beings. Plants, what they do? Plants provide oxygen, food, fruits, shelter to birds, medicines. That's why we have to plant the trees roadside, at the roadside. Okay students, do you understood why we have to do the plantation at the roadside? Students, do you have a garden, small terrace garden? If you have, then try to find the names of different flowers in your garden. And your homework is, students, you have to plant a tomato plant with the help of tomato seeds. Okay? Students, do you know plants are very helpful to us? It gives us beauty in nature, it gives beauty in our garden, it helps to calm down our mind, and we feel fresh in our garden, right? So, students, if you have any place for gardening, make a small garden. At least we can help to our earth for producing oxygen for ourselves, for our family, right? Can you see in this terrace garden there is one tulsi pot is there, lots of tulsi grown ups there. So tulsi produces 24 hours oxygen. So with the help of tulsi seeds you can plant lots of tulsi. We can use it as a medicine as well as we can it produces lots of oxygen, that's why we can plant it. Students, for the better understanding, you can watch this video again and again. Thank you, students.